Baggedmilk. How you doing, my friend?
Good morning.
So the thing I want to start out with is an observation I made, and I threw this at Grant this morning, and he wasn't sure. But I have noticed that McDavid is getting a lot more press this summer. Is it more than in the past?
Interesting question. Maybe a little bit now that I'm actually thinking about it.
I said, yeah, maybe the NHL's trying to market him more now.
But also he's getting more press, I think, just for, having fun and living his life.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got engaged earlier in this offseason, and that was a thing, and then he won all the awards, so obviously that's like an NHL related thing. But the press he got last week where him and Leon were talking about Nickelback, like it's interesting to see a little bit more of his personality. So I think you're right, Locke, that I think he is getting a little bit more press this summer.
I wonder if his admission of being a Nickelback fan will hurt or harm him.
Well, he did he did the thing at the Junos, right? Like he inducted them into
Yeah, so we already knew it.
And he plays in Alberta. I think, Nickelback, Hannah, Alberta. Come on, I think it's a fit.
That's
I
right.
think it's a fit.
It works.
But I will tell you, I don't know that I necessarily believe that Leon Draisaitl's favorite song is Photograph. I'll tell you that. I think that was the only one he knew that he could pull off.
That looked like a pull, too.
Yeah, because McDavid went deep cut. He's like, oh, this is a song me and my dad used to listen to in the car all the time. And then Leon's like,
Photograph!
The one with the memes.
I feel like I'm not going to know your answer about this one, but I have to ask how you're feeling about a potential Sam Gagner reunion with the Oilers.
I'd love it. Like, the story is great. All of it is great. But logically, where does he fit on the hockey team? That's what I want to know. Listen, if he could come into town on a PTO and play well and earn a contract, I'm all for it. We will sing his praises from the heavens. I've interviewed Sam a couple of times now, and he's a great guy. I think he'd be great for the room. I think he'd be great for the city. His wife is from Edmonton, and I think probably that would lead him into some kind of management position within the organization if he kind of wraps up his career here. But I just don't know how it fits. First of all, they still haven't signed Evan Bouchard. They don't know what kind of money they're going to have. This could be a moot point if Evan Bouchard signs for more than $3.5 million. So we'll see what happens. I'd love it, though, Grant. It would be great to see Sam back in an Oilers jersey, finish up his career here where it started. But I'm
always amazed by his age, too, because he's always younger than you think. Because he started so young in the NHL. Like, he's only 34. I mean,
he's only 34,
Yeah.
Wow. I'm pretty sure he played his first NHL game when he was like 12 years old. Yeah. Because he's been around for 1,000 years.
He just turned 34 like 6 days ago, too. So it's crazy.
Yeah, he's still really young. The conversation about who should be traded to open up spots and all that's kind of continues here with the Edmonton Oilers. And I know we've kind of explained it as silly season, so people bring up stuff just to sort of get a rise out of people and get clicks. And the one thing that I saw the other day, and I think it was an attempt at that, but it was a mention that Evander Kane would be good trade bait. And what's interesting about that for me is, and my immediate thought was, I was adamant that was a bad idea for the Oilers. Before, I was like, this is not a good idea. What do we do? And then now I'm like, stop it. We can't get rid of him. Now I'm defending this player to the death. I disagree with that sentiment 100%. And I do you think there's a faction of Oilers fans out there that think that that's a good idea?
Oh, there is, for sure. We see them on the website in the comment section all the time. It's just like, because Evander Kane last year had a rough year. Now, if you put it all into context, the entirety of his season, it makes sense why he had a down year. He had the wrist injury, he had broken ribs. There was a lot of things going on there. It took some time to get some timing back. When we interviewed him on the Real Life podcast, it was just kind of like, he goes, I still got some numbness in his thumb and all that kind of thing. So I get why he had a down year. It makes sense to me. But trading him, that does not make sense.
No.
The Oilers need scoring. They need secondary scoring. Evander Kane can do that. They need toughness. They need guys who can mix it up after the whistle. Evander Kane can do that. They need somebody who can play with Connor McDavid and also defend him if need be. Evander Kane could do that. So I don't understand the logic behind it outside of just being upset that he had a rough year, I guess. I don't get that one.
We should jump into the Jeff Jackson conversation quickly. Sure. Do people know?
So that was McDavid's agent, right? Is now working for the Oilers.
He was McDavid's agent. I think I'm doing this off my head, but I think he was since he was 15. So they've got quite a long history there.
Okay.
And now Jeff Jackson's coming in as the CEO of hockey operations. Effectively, he's Ken Holland's boss.
Okay.
I think it's a great idea. First of all, the Connor McDavid angle. Listen, Daryl Cates playing chess out here. He's just bringing in Connor McDavid's agent and sticking him at the very top of the org chart. Let's keep Connor in Edmonton. That's number one. So that is a step towards that direction. And two, more importantly for the organization, jokes aside, there is nothing in hockey that Jeff Jackson has not done. Yes, he's the super agent, but he was also an AGM. He's done all kinds of different positions within hockey. So this guy's about as connected as it gets within the hockey world, within the NHL world. He's got ideas, though at least in his press conference, that says he wants to make the Oilers best in class in terms of scouting and analytics and all the things that us nerdy hockey fans like to hear. So I think it's a good move, even without the Connor angle. I love the idea of a little bit of fresh blood up at the top, somebody with some different ideas, maybe steer us into a little bit of a different direction organizationally.
Oh, and the other thing too, you and I talked about it. Do we have dates on the camp, like the Kelowna, the rookie stuff?
Yeah, the Young Stars tournament is in September. I just don't remember when it is.
I can't find any
information. September 15th through 18th.
15th through 18th. Okay.
That's kind of when it gets going. We were looking for a target when we're like, when does this all start up? So a few weeks away.
Yeah, September 15th through 18th. So we're about a month out. But that's kind of, we'll see some prospects hitting up Penticton. We'll start to see the boys are going to be showing up in town here soon. And all of a sudden, hockey season is going to be right there.
Come on.
I want to mention quickly, too, I've been away. Are there still spots in the Oiler Nation annual Golf Open?
I'm glad you brought that up, Grant. I think we literally have one team left.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure when I looked at the emails I just got back from a quick little trip to Vancouver. I was summarizing my emails, and I think we have one team left.
Okay.
So if you want to join this tournament, nationgear.ca, we have one team left, and I think, let me see here, a couple of singles. So if you're single and you want to come, we put all the single players together. They end up having probably the best time of the day.
All the single players. Sorry, I'll stop.
Exactly. Well, what's interesting is that we put all these single players together as teams, and we call them mosaic teams, but everybody seems to come back as a team the next year after joining as a single with their new group. So it's going to be a great day. September 1st out of Millwoods Golf Club. I think there's one team left.
Okay. Well, what's the date on that?
September 1st.
September 1st.
That's the Friday leading into the long weekend.
Perfect. Nice. All right, Baggedmilk, thank you for your time. Oilers Nation.
Thanks, boys.
The Locker Room for Arden Roof Systems. Weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.